The core challenge for many clients in driving digital transformations for their companies is how to behave more like a startup. They need to drive innovation and disruptive thinking much earlier into the strategy process. They need to focus on the user and get that human-centered design thinking right up front in the strategy. And they need to continue that focus on the user throughout strategy, innovation, rapid prototyping, and ongoing test and learn with multiple releases.
I think it's important for executives that want to drive disruptive innovation to think about the consumer in a different way. It's more of an anthropological view, how the consumer actually interacts with the product or service that's being offered. I think that most companies actually don't do that very well. And the companies that figure that out will be at a distinct advantage in the market. One of the advantages that we bring is that we're able to do that. We help our clients understand exactly how the customer might interact with the product or service being thought of or offered to the market.
What we end up helping our clients with more often than not is they see something happening and they want to get there, but they don't, their engines and their businesses don't move as fast. So how do you really kickstart that innovation? How do you kickstart the thinking? How do you plant a flag in the future of what your business is going to become so that you can set a roadmap to get there?
Our approach to human-centered design is unique at Strategy and Digital for 3 reasons. It's integrated, it's disruptive, and it focuses on enabling clients to build their own capabilities.
What our approach lets us do is actually bring design and technology into the strategy process up front and say, we're not just going to solve the big problem. We're going to let you understand the insights that inform that problem. We're going to let you visualize the answer. We're going to observe consumers in how they interact with products and solutions you already have, and then use that to inform what the future strategy is so that you can move much more quickly. And in that same 6 to 8 weeks, you don't just get the piece of paper with the strategy, you get a visual for what the world looks like in the future, and you get a roadmap for how you have to actually get there, and a method to build it so that you know what's going to work more quickly.
We have the artistic side, which is what I'm in charge of, and then we have people who come from business and strategy, and just kind of like the merging of our 2 disciplines into making one fully thought out product.
We're completely focused on the end user. So no matter what we're building or designing, we're always really focused on the person who's actually going to be using the product at the end of the day.
We're trying to solve problems that take the user to the next level of the experience when it comes to apps or websites, even business in general.
My advice to a CEO driving their digital strategy of their company is to think like a disruptor, not focus on disruption around you, but how can you be the innovator? How can you go on offense? To go on offense, you behave more like a startup. You bring things to market quickly, you test, you learn, you iterate. It's a much more iterative, rapid release process than the typical approach companies often take to strategy, innovation, and product development.